SEPTA funding running into a big roadblock. We're going to break down what happened in Harrisburg that'll impact everyone's ride in the coming days.
And those cuts aren't the only thing that could cause back-to-school headaches. What we're learning about a potential teacher strike.
And you see something unusual in the sky last night? Lots of people saw this glowing orb up above. You have an idea of what it really was. Those stories and much more in today's edition of The Lineup for Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. They were aliens. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Don't
be spreading the...
It's a good story, though. You want to stick around for that. Good morning, everybody. Or hello, I'm Keith Jones.
And I'm Breanna Weick. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today, starting with breaking news overnight. Happened in Wilmington, Delaware. That's right.
NBC 10's Alex DePrato. He's there. New details about a house fire that neighbors say was no accident.
The fire breaking out overnight here in Wilmington, Delaware. The building owner says this was no accident. You can see some of the charred furniture here. It started as an argument between a couple that rents on the first floor here on North Rodney Street. The building owner says a woman had called police several times. During that period, her boyfriend doused the apartment with gasoline and lit it on fire. She was able to escape. He was arrested. There were smoke detectors that went off, alerting the others who live in this building. Listen now to what the building owner told us.
And then they poured gasoline on the apartment and set it on fire. That's as best I know.
While he was in there and the girlfriend?
Yes. But she had called the police 4 times to get someone out here to have him ejected.
There were no injuries. The others who live here have been forced to find another place to stay. In Wilmington, Delaware, I'm Alex DePrato, NBC 10 News.
And now to an update on another breaking story we have been following. A man shot in North Philadelphia earlier this morning has died. Police say the killer knocked on the door of a home on 9th Street, just off Rising Sun Avenue, and started shooting when someone came to the door. Police found the victim with 2 gunshot wounds to the chest and rushed him to the hospital, but he did pass away. The killer is still out there. We are 1 day away from SEPTA's deadline for funding to avoid big service cuts, and right now, state lawmakers are gridlocked.
The Republican-controlled state Senate passed a bill last night that would fund SEPTA for 2 years with the money from the Public Transit Trust Fund. SEPTA says using that fund would put riders' safety in jeopardy and wouldn't prevent the cuts. Democrats say it's likely to stall when it goes to the House. Keep in mind that Senate bill is different from the one the House passed on Monday.
This necessary funding is being advanced in a way that protects taxpayers, improves the safety of our transit systems, and implements new accountability measures.
This is not a plan to fund mass transit. This is a plan to gut mass transit and to make it all worse. You know how they plan to pay for it in the long run? Taking money out of the pockets of riders and making them pay for other people's roads and bridges.
Right now, no House or Senate sessions are planned for today. The Philadelphia School District is preparing for those SEPTA cuts, which will happen. It'll affect tens of thousands of people if it does.
And the district is also preparing for a possible teachers' strike. NBC 10's Neil Fisher is at the Teachers Union headquarters with more on what we can expect to learn today.
Parents of students in the school district of Philadelphia have shared their concerns over the potential teacher strike as well as the potential cuts to SEPTA. Today, we're hoping to learn more about the contract negotiations between the union and the school district. Members of the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers, which represents 14,000 employees for the district, have authorized a strike and made picket signs to be used if there's no deal by the time their contract expires at the end of August. Superintendent Dr. Tony Watlington spoke about his feeling as negotiations continue.
I'll just say we're moving right along with union negotiations with our 3 unions, teachers, principals, and school police officers, and we feel very optimistic that we're going to reach a contract agreement that values our very hardworking employees.
And as the school district and the teachers union continue to negotiate, parents are also worried about the plans to cut SEPTA services. That would impact roughly 52,000 students inside the school district of Philadelphia. That press conference later today happening at 10:30. We should learn more information about the negotiations. Reporting in Center City, Neil Fisher, NBC 10 News.
Police arrested a second suspect for a deadly mass shooting in Grays Ferry last month.
Officers say they arrested 21-year-old Daquan Brown at a home on South Marston Street. It's just blocks away from the shooting scene on South Edding Street. You might remember July 7th, police say someone pulled out a gun and fired a shot, which caused others to start shooting. 3 people died, 9 were hurt. The first suspect arrested in the case, 22-year-old Terrell Frazier, is charged with homicide. Police say they are still looking for another suspect. Right now, police are searching for two men who robbed an armored truck in Montgomery County.
Police say the men armed with long guns ambushed the truck driver outside of H Mart in Elkins Park late yesterday morning. They took the driver's gun and only $700,000. Authorities say the men took off in a car that was later found abandoned in Fairmount Park. Police are investigating whether this robbery is linked to other recent armored truck robberies. Most recently, on July 15th, gunshots were fired during an attempted heist of a truck on Castor Avenue in Northeast Philly. On July 2nd, police say three men robbed the Brinks truck driver in Holmesburg. The Brinks officer told police the robbers tried to access that truck but couldn't because of the security locking system. A week earlier, on the 26th, police say two men robbed a Loomis truck driver who was making a delivery at a grocery store in the Northeast. Investigators say they stole $1,000. And then on June 21st, two armed men robbed a Brinks truck driver in Port Richmond. They stole money and a gun from the driver. Investigators haven't connected any of these heists. Lawmakers in Delaware, they've passed 7 bills to bring some short-term relief to homeowners after a recent and controversial property tax reassessment.
It's the first time the reassessment has been done in 4 decades now. Many homeowners say they're seeing big jumps in their tax bills. Some property owners and even lawmakers believe the outside assessment company highly overvalued their properties. One of the bills requires a payment plan to be available to homeowners following a reassessment. Another reduces late payment penalties for school taxes in Newcastle County. Happening now, Delaware's Wildland Fire team is heading to help battle a wildfire in Arizona.
Yeah, the 13-man crew is leaving from the Blackbird State Forest in Smyrna. They're headed to battle the so-called Billy Fire, which was burned more than 17,000 acres. It's only 13% contained. By the way, you can get your kids free school supplies today in West Philadelphia.
The nonprofit Achievability is giving away more than 1,000 backpacks full of school supplies to students. Kids can pick out their own backpacks filled with pencils, notebooks, folders, even calculators. The event is happening from 4 to 6 this evening at the new Market West building on 59th and Market Streets. We have some important news for parents. YouTube is starting to test a new age verification system today.
That's right. It uses artificial intelligence to tell the difference between adults and kids based on the kinds of videos they're watching. If the system flags a logged-in viewer as being under 18, YouTube will add restrictions to prevent kids from watching inappropriate videos. Hey, heads up if you're planning a big family trip soon.
AirAdvisor just released its list of airlines that make traveling with families easier, because we know it can be really hard.
Oh, yeah.
American Airlines actually tops the list. AirAdvisor rated it best based on family seating policies, free stroller and car seat check-in, and child restraint rules. Other airlines at the top of the list included United, Delta, and Hawaiian Airlines. Bath & Body Works is coming to college campuses.
More than 600 campus stores across the U.S. are selling Bath & Body Works products this school year. They include Temple, UPenn, Delaware State University. Students can buy products like lotion, soap, and candles. About 2/3 of Americans turning to thrifting to help save money.
A new survey conducted by Talker Research for the online marketplace Mercari found a quarter of thrifters have picked up secondhand shopping in just the last year. In addition to saving money, they say they enjoy the thrill of finding a good deal and looking for unique or collectible items. It's not just stores. 1 in 4 do their thrift shopping online. Very interesting.
Right.
A new study finds patients are more likely to trust doctors and consider them more professional when they're wearing white coats.
Yeah, but women doctors in white coats are still often misidentified as nurses or medical assistants. The researchers also found patient preferences for doctors' clothing is influenced by their specialty or the medical setting. For example, they're more accepting of scrubs in emergency or high-risk settings. All right, trending right now. Did you see a bright light in the sky last night?
I did not, but also we're not talking about the moon here. Viewers across our area sent us these photos of mysterious objects around 10:30 last night. Some wondered if maybe it was part of the Perseid meteor shower or a UFO, but it may have actually been... I was waiting for that. There you go. It was actually probably a rocket. Yeah. The Vulcan Centaur rocket launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida last night. No official word yet that that's what people saw, but we'll let you know if we do hear.
Rocket is the most boring of the answers
I was going to say, yeah, but it is probably the most likely.
It's the most comforting, though.
We'll accept it. We want to hear from you, by the way, whenever you do have a news tip. A lot of people sent us pictures and videos. Go to our website, NBC10.com, or the free NBC 10 app and click Submit a News Tip if you want to share your photos, videos, and stories. That does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Breanna Weick, I'm Keith Jones. You can catch us weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. You can also get updates on the free NBC 10 app. Have a great day.
Happy Wednesday.